song. Kick back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
Good morning. Hello, everybody. Anybody. Good morning. I was just sharing it out to a few people. So if you come in and you find it, please do the same thing. Good afternoon, Pat Moss. Hi, honey. So good to see you on here this morning. Well, afternoon for you. Just get this on my phone. Marietta, there you are. Hello, sweet Marietta. All right. Well, it is Tuesday. It's Thankful Tuesday. And let's get some gratitude going when we get some people in here. I guess everybody's sleeping in this morning with this cold. I saw that Blue is covered with snow up in Vermont. So, Pat, what's it like for you? I know you're in the UK. What is going on over there? Over here in America, we are frozen peas in almost everywhere. So, see what we got going on. We got nothing. Just nothing going on. Well, that's not good. Where's everybody? Just send it into the River family and see. See if people know we're even here. Looks like it's just me and you today, Pat. And that's okay too. Whoever's here is supposed to be here. That's how I look at that. All right, let's go into our hearts and do the heart brain. So touching the heart center. There's our Annie Banani. Slow down the breathing. Add in some gratitude. And then add in some love. So breathe in love. And breathe out love. Breathe in joy. And breathe out joy. And just start telling yourself how magnificent you are. How amazing you are this morning. Doesn't that feel good? Oh, there's everybody. Where were you? We have Annie, Suzanne. Oh, it's just slightly cold where you are, Pat. Do you all get snow where you live? I know nothing about the weather there. Auntie Jean, good morning. Kathy Caputo, Mama Hada Bear, Linda Lemieux. Good morning, everybody. I've got something going on with my eye this morning. It's kind of weepy, so I don't know what that's all about, but it needs to stop because I got a big day today. All right, let me get to the blog. I see angels. If you believe it'll work out, you'll see opportunities. If you don't believe it'll work out, you'll see obstacles. And that is from Wayne Dyer. I was reminded today of Freud's theory of the human mind being like an iceberg with only a small portion readily available for us to access. We place so much value on what we see with our physical eyes or touch with our hands, but just like the part of the iceberg that's not readily available and visible, the real bulk of information about what is real lies beneath the surface of our subconscious mind. It's so hard for many to believe that an object is not solid, that it's in constant motion. Yes, in the scientific community, this is explained in great detail, and for some of us, in terms we can hardly comprehend. All I know is that the teaching of Alan Watts, which says nothing is as it seems, makes perfect sense to me in light of these teachings. Dear angels, throughout my life, I have just taken things at face value. I've always seen a table as solid, a chair as sturdy enough to hold my weight, a house as strong, and still as unmovable. I didn't study physics in school, and I really did not understand atoms and neurons or what all that meant. I guess if I could have a do-over, it would be to make sure I learned about something as important as those theories. In my adult life, however, I do have an understanding to a certain point, but without the book learning. In my limited knowledge of it, I believe what I am told. Angels, when I was a child, I saw you as moving specks of energy. I still see you that way, but now it is clearer, and I understand I understand the communication as well. As a child, I just knew you were the good guys who were there to help me. Now I know that you are the good guys who are here for every one of us, not just for me. Your presence is phenomenal and very welcomed in my world. I appreciate being shown opportunities and unlimited potential instead of what the conscious mind might want me to think or see. Dear ones, indeed, we are the messengers of all of humanity. The form we appear to you as will match the image you are able to comprehend. You were okay with moving particles of light. Others may not be able to handle this. Thus, we may appear more solid to them. The form we show ourselves as really is unimportant. Our function is to help you be the best you can be and to bring to remembrance your magnificence. If you will allow us to work in your lives, we will accomplish great things. When you resist and insist on believing in material things as real, there's not much we can help you with. We are not here to change your minds or to take away your free will. We are here simply to assist you. When you are ready for us and ready to see miracles happen in your life, we are standing by lovingly awaiting your call. Dear ones, only love is real. Dear angels, today I promise to see only love, and in doing so, will continue to see my beloved angels. Good morning, good morning. Look at all you beautiful people that came in while I was reading that. All right, we have Jessie with us, Rosie Shapiro. Rosie, you're doing something soon. Is that coming up like really fast? And please let us know what you're doing, because I'd love to be there if I can make it up with my schedule. Kathy Han, good morning. Auntie Jean, your temperature just dropped to freezing and will stay that way all week. Awesome. Frozen Texas. What else can happen? Marietta, today we are expecting 2 new port lights to be delivered. We're going to install them on each side of our bed at the bow of sweet dreams. Then we'll be able to see out on the water while we are in bed. Mr. Wiggles and Good Girl Pearl can see out too. BYOB. Oh, that's so awesome. How are they liking that boat? I can just see Mr. Wiggles out on the boat. I bet he's having a blast. Good morning, Ricky and Josie and Isabel, Joanne Castrillo. Good morning, everybody. It's Thankful Tuesday. So give me some gratitude. Anybody got tuned this morning? I'm grateful for another day alive. Grateful that I'm right here in this moment with all of you and talking about angels, our beautiful angels. So how many angel seers do we have on here? If you see angels or know that they're there, if you feel their presence, if you've ever encountered an angel, just type yes in the comments. Do we have anybody besides me that goes around seeing angels? Because I do. I see them all the time, wherever I go. They're not just in one spot. So I asked Kuan Yin what she wants us to know. And Rosie, your Zoom event is on February 25th, so it's next month, from 6 to 8 p.m. Is that Eastern time? I think you're in New York, so that probably is Eastern time. And yes, go to rosieshapiro.com to figure out how you can participate. Rosie is amazing for those of you who've never encountered her before. And yes, Rosie sees angels all the time. Joanne feels their presence. Suzanne says, yes, I don't see them, but I know they were always around me. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so I asked Kuan Yin to give us a message, especially about what we're talking about right now, because that's what she does every day. Her message is, it's never too late. If you have forgotten who you are, know that your true self has not gone away and never will. Underneath every layer of conditioning, under all twisting and turning and trying to fit into some shape to please others, your true self remains true, ready, and waiting to rise up in original gorgeousness and glory. It is never too late for you to choose to be you. I love this card. Just love my Kuan Yin. And she's always guiding us with exactly what we need to hear. And I guess today we need to hear that it's never too late to be authentic. And what's the saying? Just be you, everyone else is taken. It's so true. We are unique. Every one of us has our own personality. We have our own experiences that we are learning here on Earth. So just be you. And it's never too late to find out who that is. Who is that person walking around in that human body? Annie, you resonate with that card for sure. Awesome. And what else we got? Kathy Han, you see angels too? Yay. Suzanne says, I used to watch Rosie's show and was sad when it ended. Me too. We need more Rosie in our life. We need her brilliance and beauty and her humor. I love you so much, Rosie. I'm so appreciative of you coming on this morning. And Rosie, I'd love to have you on my podcast. I'll send you an invite and let's have you on the Peapod podcast, which happens today, as a matter of fact, every Tuesday at 5:00. Today, Ruth Anderson's going to join me along with Robert Levine. Robert does a magazine called Trends Magazine, and I've written articles in his magazine before. Isabel says, I'm grateful for God's grace of giving me this day a beautiful baby girl, turning today 27 years old. She is a kindness, love, and gentle girl, I'm happy and blessed for Inesh in my life. Oh, happy birthday, Inesh. How awesome is that? 27 years old today. Oh, Kuan Yin's one of your spirit guides too, Rosie. Oh, I love that. Yeah, she's been my spirit guide for decades now. And I just really get a lot of blessing from her messages. Auntie Jean says, I'm grateful that Ringo is better this morning. I feel angels around me always. Sometimes they show themselves when I need encouragement and extra love. They will do that. They will encourage, they'll teach, they'll guide, they'll heal, whatever is needed. There's an angel for that. And I just love how they worded the blog that, if we choose to stay in whatever our belief is, then, that's us. That's not them. They're going to just keep on doing what they do. Catherine, I don't see me as frozen. I have this going on my phone as well. So am I frozen for anybody else? Let's see. Kathy says, I think I caught one in a picture this morning. I posted it in Messenger. How awesome is that? I love when I catch angels in the sky and clouds, and they show themselves to us all the time. They're always there. That's the thing. And when I was a child, ever since I can remember anything, I remember seeing angels, and not just the cloud forms. I would see them as energy that would move, and the particles of light is what I would catch. It's like I knew there was presence there. I remember the first time that I saw an angel so clearly in shape, not with wings, but just a solid shape. And I was in a spiritual store. We were having I think it was a full moon ceremony or a medicine wheel ceremony. We were doing something outside. And I had come in, I believe I came in just to get a drink of water or something on the inside of the store. And there was a being that was standing there in the room. And I thought, well, I thought I was the only one that came in. Everybody else is still outside at the circle. So I got my water and I turned around and it was gone. It just disappeared. And I thought, well, how interesting that there was this beautiful being that was standing there that I hadn't met yet. And then they weren't there. So I wasn't the only one that saw the angel that night. She helped us with the medicine wheel circle that we were doing in the full moon. Annie Banani, you see the particles of light. Yeah, it's so amazing, isn't it? When they're just glittering. That's how I see them, sparkly, glittery. They've always shown themselves to me in that way. So how do they appear to everyone else? If you've seen them, the question was, do you see angels or feel angels? And many of you have already responded, but those of you who haven't answered yet, do the angels come to you? Do they come near so that you can see them? Are you aware of their presence? Or maybe you didn't know that that was an angel and you saw something, but you weren't sure what it was. Good morning, Sally. Good morning, Deirdre. And Annie says, I definitely can feel souls. Yesterday, I felt an angel around me when I called it in. You will. You'll feel them. To me, they all have a different energy. So if Archangel Raphael comes into the room, that's a very different energy than, let's say, Archangel Metatron. Metatron's a huge, huge energy that comes in and fills up the room completely. And sometimes I feel Metatron like hovering up above. And, Metatron works with the crystalline grid and all the portals around Earth. So, of course, he's going to be busy bringing in that light and opening up those portals. Sally, you see the same thing I do, the flashes of glittery colored light. Yeah, sometimes there's color with mine. Sometimes it's just like, I don't even know how to explain it even. Um, I don't know if you've ever watched something like Star Wars or Star Trek, the one that has Beam Me Up Scotty, and they have all of that energy that all of a sudden there's a solid body and then it's just energy. That's kind of what I see when I see the angels. It's just all of that high vibrating frequency of light. And that's what it shows itself as. Isabel says, I am aware of a presence near me at times. Yeah, you can ask who it is also, Isabel. If it's not an angel, it may be a loved one, because sometimes they have that same appearance, but their vibration is not as high. The angel's vibration is so high, there's no doubt that it's an angel. What else we got? Linda says, I don't see them. I can feel they are there. I get messages from them. It's like hearing my own voice talking to me. Yeah, I love that when that happens. Joanne says, I'll hear randomly the name of an angel, or sometimes I feel the presence of an angel. Your place that you have, the day spa that you have, Joanne, is so full of angels. Every time I have been there, it has been wall to wall angels helping you to do your ministry, helping you to help people feel better about themselves. That is your ministry, and you do it so well. Isabel says, today I woke up to the sound of ocean and wind more stronger on my left ear. Well, that is something that happens to me as well. Sometimes the sound will totally go out of one ear, and I have to stop and ask what that's all. Excuse me, what that's all about. Kathy Caputo, I feel Archangel Michael often, rather than seeing him, always feel him by my right shoulder. Danielle, hi, sweet Danielle. I'm so glad you're here this morning. And Pat says, I always invite Angel Gabriel into my car. I feel safe and always find a parking space only felt, not seen. So you've never seen Gabriel, but you know he's there and he's helping you with the parking spaces. I know I do that as well. I call them the parking angels. And anytime that I need to find a place, sometimes I have to circle once, but I always have something come up that I can get into a place. Annie says, one beautiful time, my dad let me feel his presence in my kitchen and talk to me as well. I love when our loved ones come to us and are able to communicate. My dad usually comes in with the smell of cherry tobacco because he smoked a pipe. And so whenever I smell that, I know that he's around and that he's guiding me, even though he's been gone for 26 years now. Almost 26 years. I think next month my dad's been gone from his physical body, but he still likes to hang out every so often. And Sally gets Metatron above her head with the crystal grid whenever a massive spiritual level is coming up. Yeah, I feel him so much. He really does help open up that grid. I think it's time probably to do another crystalline grid activation. I'm going to check in with Metatron and see if that's something that we need to be doing right now, maybe for the solstice. Let me check with him and see what he wants to do with that. Isabel says, but when working, with someone, I see a big ray of light. Yeah. Maybe if you're working in someone's house, I don't know what that means, Isabel. I'm sorry. I'm Jean. I've never seen angels with wings except once on our trip. It was Michael. He had his wings spread wide, protecting us. Thank you to Michael, our protector. We saw lots of angels on our trip, didn't we, Auntie Jean? Rookie, I hear high-pitched frequencies and always think that signals visitors. Yeah, absolutely. And they will make noise, they will move things, they will open doors. Absolutely, whatever we need. And that's what they were saying in the blog. If you were late coming in and you didn't hear the message from them, I encourage you to go read the message that is, I see angels. Isabel says, also, I get intuition thoughts and sometimes to say it to other people too about stuff I don't even know about. Oh, time heals. Let me go back to your message. Oh, when you're doing time heals healing, you see a big ray of light. Yeah. Oh, I always see that when I'm doing time heals or Reiki or any other kind of energy healing. I see the angels that are surrounding that person, working with that person. And I love doing angelic Reiki because the angels that I call in to assist with that, I can see them. I physically see them working on that person's energy field. And one being of light that I always call in is Melchizedek. And Melchizedek stands by that person and opens up portals so that anytime there's something inside that's being healed, it can be taken with that portal of light to be transmuted. I just love that. Danielle, you'd love to know your guardian angel. Well, just ask. That's all we have to do is ask. If you want, Danielle, I can tune into that and see if your angel wants to give you a name. Oh, I just heard the name Paul. Let me see if I'm hearing that correctly. You have an angel named Paul. You have a couple, but one of them is almost like a stern type of energy that keeps trying to guide you in a direction and you keep turning the other direction. So pay attention when you feel some resistance, if you make a turn, if you're doing something that it just is like work to get it done. That's what I'm feeling. Like there's sometimes that it's an effort to do something that you're trying to accomplish. Your angel is trying to turn you in the direction for you to be able to have it happen with ease and grace. So I heard Paul. I don't know. Tune in and see if that feels right with you, if it resonates. Sally says, Teri, we should do a show together talking about our experiences with angels. I don't really know where that came from, except it came in as I zoned out like a thought bubble. We could get others to join who have also had experiences. Well, Sally, I'd love to have you on my podcast. Let's do a podcast. I do one every Tuesday at 5:00 Eastern. And that's one of the topics that I want to talk about is angels. Every week is a different topic. So we could definitely do one and talk about angels. So let's talk about that and see when we can schedule it. And Annie says, TeriAngel, when you said you need to check with Archangel, I heard we will need to do the crystal grid because the frequency God put on earth is going down. Yeah, every so often, Archangel Metatron and Archangel Sandalphon come to me and let me know that it's time. I have a crystal grid activation meditation and ceremony that I do. So I'm going to see when they want to schedule that. Thank you, Annie. And Sally says, I'm still using time heals in my healing practices. Sally, I know I'm going to be coming to Michigan. I would love to train you how to teach that to others if you're open to that possibility. Let's get more practitioners out there. They really told me that this year there's going to be more time heals practitioners doing this wonderful work. And now I've incorporated Karuna-ki Reiki in with the time heals training. So that's going to be something that we're just going to be able to blossom more and more as time goes on and things shift and change. And Kathy says, I think someone sent angels to Colin last night. He's acting different this morning. It's hard to explain, but you'll know more this afternoon. Well, let's lift him up in our prayers. It's almost time for a prayer time. And let's definitely put Colin in there in front and center. And Pat, everyone has a guardian angel. Indeed. All of us do. Some have more than others. I think I have a legion of guardian angels. Seriously. I have two that have been with me my whole life and work with me. But there are others that come in just for a reason, just to come in for a certain purpose. Oh, what else we got? Kathleen says, when my friends and I would practice therapeutic touch for each other, I would see bits of light all around the person being healed. Absolutely. Yeah. Catherine, I would love to sit and see what your angel's name is. Suzanne, I call the angels in when I do Reiki. I always call them in no matter what I'm doing. They're always with me. And Auntie Jean says, Pat, we all have more than one guardian angel. Yeah, I think I've only seen one person that I've tuned into that I could only see one angel, but usually we do have more than one. And he says, I felt when you sent me healing before. Yeah, the angels always come when we do healing. And Kathy, you're being called to learn Reiki, looking for an upcoming class. I'm working on it, Kathy. And I know I'm working on doing Time Heals training this year as well, which is energy healing. And I incorporate Reiki and quantum touch and angelic Reiki, and everything goes into the pot. And we do it all together, whatever is needed with that energy healing. Debbie Solner, good morning. Thank you for being here. Oh, Debbie, I'm so excited about getting to meet you. Catherine, yes, I'm coming up on prayer time right now, but I will definitely tune in. We'll meet and tune in and see if we can get a name for your angel, but you can just ask your angel what to call them as they come to you, or when you want them to come nearer. Just ask what that name is that you should use. Okay, what else we got? Yes, the angels are always, always, always there. So yeah, I think there's a few things that came out this morning. One of them I'm going to ask Metatron about that crystalline grid activation, and I'll be with Ruth today, so we can get that on the Enlightened World Network schedule and do an activation to our energy. It's really needed right now, you guys, with everything that's going on in the world. And I don't even like turning my phone on anymore because I hear about all the events that are taking place that are just bringing us to a realization that we need more peace in our world. We need more light. And that was what we did yesterday in the meditation, was opened up to our light. Let's do that every day. Every day, let's open to the light that's inside of us and how we can expand it out bigger in our world. So if you have any, if there's any prayer requests, anybody you need to put in the grid or in our prayer, big old prayer list, go ahead and put that in there. And Sally says, I feel like holistic healing will make a huge breakthrough this year. It really is going to, Sally. Asking for prayers for my grandson's father. He's been fighting to live, but having difficulty breathing on his own. Today we'll answer a lot of questions. Keep Ben and Joe in your prayers, as no child should have to face this. I put them on our Peapod prayer list yesterday, Sally. So tomorrow when we review all the names on the list, theirs is definitely on there with their father. And Annie says, I'm definitely going to be on the activation for the crystal grid. Yeah, we've done it several times. We've activated the crystalline grid and brought in the energy from Mother Gaia as well. When I do it, I call in the angels that hold the grid above us and the angels that hold the grid from Earth. So let me get that on the schedule with Ruth. I'll talk to her today. And you'd love a crystal grid class. Yeah, I know. I love doing it. And we have a couple of grid masters that have grids that they activate every day. And I love that. So yeah, let's get that going. We did that at the Vermont retreat. Our Blue Jean came in and talked to us about crystals and gridding. And we made a grid together. Remember at the Vermont retreat, you guys, we made that huge grid in the middle of the floor. Okay, so Joanne says, please keep my daughter Jackie in prayer. Would love for her to step away from a world where dealing with life leaning on substance abuse would end. Right there with you, Joanne. We lift your Jackie up every day, and your grandson Eris, putting him in there for him to heal physically. Suzanne, please send extra prayers for my sister Karina and Jackie. And Sally, Robert Wallington in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Okay, I had his first name. I didn't have the last name. Thank you for that, Sally. Annie says, Mama P's a busy bee, so many irons in the fire. You know, they've revved up what I'm doing this year. And that book is almost ready. I've got it. I'm just waiting for Ruth right now, and I'll be with her today. So I'll get the part that she's doing, and the book will go to the publisher today. I feel that today it's going in to the publisher, and I have to get the back. Sorry, it may not be today. I have to get the back cover for it. And Sally says prayers for myself too, as this is like going through this with my own child. I understand that. So we definitely lift you and Tony up. Deirdre, prayers for all humans, Gaia, and world peace, and attention to human trafficking. And let's just add in there all of this violence, the gun violence especially, but not just guns. There's a lot of stuff going on in our world that let's just bring in the light. That's what I'm hearing. That's our job right now. It's just to love, just to bring in the light and bring it more fully into our world. Yes, I know Eris is trying to get over that cold. I'm still hearing vitamin C, Joanne. I don't know if there's a child's version of emergency, but I use one that's called Immune Emergency, and it's got a lot of vitamin C in it. So check with the doctor and see if there's an over-the-counter version for children that you can give him. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just saying this is what I do. And there must be something that you can use for kids as well. Debbie, you're putting your mom, Frances Nalvin, in the prayer circle. We certainly will. And Annie says, Mama P, you rock. Thank you, Annie. You're amazing. And thank you, angels, for giving her health and all she needs to give to the world. You know, somebody yesterday asked me about my health. Oh, it was Jay in Sedona, who's going, guys, Jay Rothman's going to be with us in Sedona, and he's going to lead us through a session of working with the inner child. I'm so excited that he's going to be doing that. But he asked me how my health was because I haven't seen him in probably a year now. And like I told him, I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. Seriously, I feel amazing. And just keep on keeping on. You know, I got more sleep last night than I normally get. So it was hard getting up this morning. Usually if I get 2 hours of sleep, I'm good to go. But I got about 5 hours. So this morning I was a little draggy when I got out of bed. Auntie Jean says, I know Jackie is in the grid, but I don't know about Karina. Should I put her in? Yeah, Suzanne's on our big prayer list. Jean, I had sent you the Peapod prayer list, and I'm pretty sure Suzanne's sister is on there. All right, so let's go into our hearts. If there's any other prayer requests, just put it in there, type it in the comments. Let's call in the angels. I'd love to call them in to surround all of us today. And I call them in from the directions. So let's do that. Just join with me. And as I call them in, see if you feel them. See if there's any shift of the energy. Maybe as they bring in their element, you'll feel that. So let's envision a big prayer circle, all of those in their prayer grid, and on the Peapod list and those that you mentioned today who will be on the list. Just see them in that grid right in the center of all of us, and we're all gathered together in a circle. So I want to first call in Archangel Raphael, because I start with the East. The East is new beginnings, where everything opens up, and Archangel Raphael comes in with the energy of air. So if you feel a breeze, if the air somehow shifts, maybe it gets warmer, maybe it gets cooler. So just envision Raphael coming to you right now and standing by your side from the east. And then let's ask Michael, Archangel Michael from the south. And Michael comes in with the energy of fire. So let that heat come in. Let him take whatever we want to give, which is a lot of stuff today that we've talked about. And then we have Archangel Gabriel coming in from the west, the area of wisdom and knowledge. And Gabriel comes in with the energy of water. So you might sense water, you might hear water running, you might just feel that coolness and that freshness and the opening of the energy field. Just let Gabriel come in and help us to clear away whatever it is that's muddy for us. And then we have our beautiful Uriel. Uriel comes in from the north, and he comes in with the energy of earth. So Uriel helps us to ground and balance and center ourselves. And Christina just came in. Christina used to help me teach about the angels. And I loved when we did that. We taught about so many angels. So these four, the ones that I just called in to surround us, just feel their energy. Feel yourself so surrounded by these angels. And I want to ask Metatron to be very present with us up above, Sandalphon below us. So we are surrounded by these angels that just want to help. They just are there for us, whatever our need is. So whatever your need is, right now, place it in the grid. Just bring it forward. Envision there's a big fire, and you can just put it in there, and Archangel Michael is going to help that be consumed, as well as Saint Germain, I just heard. So if you see a flash of violet, that's the violet flame, taking whatever your prayer request is, transmuting it to energy that's pure. So breathe that in, relax it out, and just do a scan in your own body. Right now, just see if there's any pain, see if there's any heaviness, anything going on in your body, anything physical, anything emotional that might be showing up as physical. So I'm just feeling into the energy of everyone here as well. And I do sense a lot of physical pain. There's somebody with what feels like a stuffy head, like your sinuses or some type of energy going on. Just release that. Just give it over to that violet flame. Be done with it. Say, I'm done. Don't need this pain. I don't need this particular emotion that just keeps digging at me. I'm going to turn that over. Somebody with your lungs, you're having a hard time taking all the air into your lungs. There's some congestion in there. Turn all of these things over. Just put them right there in that middle circle. And that violet flame right now is very busy taking this, because I feel a swirling of energy. And as it swirls, it's like that congestion is moving. It's moving up and out. So just let it come out. If you feel like you need to cough or clear your throat or move, somebody's moving your arm, your left arm is moving. So just allow whatever feeling is happening in that arm to come forward, to be healed. A lot of emotional pain. Oh my goodness. Let's heal that, you guys. Bring it up. Don't push it back down. If it's coming up for a reason. So just right now, feel if there's something heavy on your heart. I feel a lot of heart hurt. So just go in there to where that energy is and acknowledge it. Say thank you. There's something on the left side that's pulling. Say thank you for this pain. Thank you for bringing my attention to it, that I can ask for it to be healed, that I can turn it over to the angels. Feels like somebody just wants to sob, just releasing grief, deep, deep grief, deep heart hurt. Just release it, let it out. Don't hold that stuff back. It only hurts you when you're pushing your energy down. Right now, we're lifting it all up. So just bring it up from wherever it's trying to hide or wherever it's nudging you that it wants to come forward. Just let it come up and out. Take a big breath and release it. There you go. Clear that out of your throat. Let it go. I feel Archangel Raphael really doing some powerful work here today. So breathe in the love that's being offered to you. Hold it in that spot. Somebody that still has some pain on the left side. It goes up into the shoulder. There it goes. There's a lot of cracking of bones, releasing of that energy. So let that left shoulder energy just flow. Let the pain go out of the joint. Just release it. Yeah, there's some big release happening there. Congested lungs is you, Sally. Yeah, it's really coming up though. Do you feel that? So breathe in love. Just breathe with intention. Breathe it into your lungs. I am worthy to be healed. I am worthy to receive this love. I deserve to be able to breathe fully and strongly into my lungs and to release it out without coughing, to release it out without having to clear. The energy is moving up and out. Let it move up. Just see it rising. There's some more. Dig all the way down to where the bottom of it is and feel it rising up. Let it all just come up and out. So I'm just going to pour some Reiki energy right now into anyone who's having pain. Sending Chokuray, Chokuray, Chokuray. Adding in Zonar. And if you've got your eyes open, I want you to look at this symbol as the energy is going upward, to see it go up to where it's going to completely come up and out. Some of you might see this as Kundalini energy. This is the activation of the spine as it moves up and out. Oh, wow. I felt a big clearing with that. So yeah, let's all just push the energy upward. To set your intention, the energy is moving from the bottom all the way up. If it gets to a certain spot and it feels like it's stuck, just breathe in there. Breathe in. Always see it rising. See the energy rising up, not down. One more time. Let's go from the very base of the spine. See it swirling through the spine and going up and releasing out. And there's still more congestion, so just keep doing that. Just breathing in, going all the way to the bottom of the lung and expressing it upward and out. Always let it rise. And then just claim your healing. Claim your healing. I am healed. I am whole. This heart hurt is now healed. It's rising up and out. The physical pain is rising up and out. The congestion, the pain in the shoulder, wherever it's at in your body, just see it rising up and out. And yes, yes, Annie, the angels are letting you release that pain in your heart. Kathleen, your left shoulder for months, and you're releasing that. Let it go. You know, there's an escape. As it moves up, it's going to escape out of a certain spot. And so you might feel a hurt wherever it's going to release. And that's okay. That's good. You want that. You want the energy to move up and out. I am healed. There you go. Claim it. Claim it. And you're feeling the shoulder pain along with the neck. Tony's about to work on it, but first I had to spend my morning with you all. Oh, Sally, yes, indeed. Allow it to rise. So as Tony does that work on your shoulder, see it go, see it escaping. I feel like right where the shoulder joint is, there's a bone there that has almost like an indent. Just let it come up and out where that's at and let it release from you. Oh, I feel the confirmation. Thank you, angels. All right, so gratitude for all that received that healing today. Gratitude for those who will listen on the replay and will do their own work to release. Just let it come out, let it rise up and out of you, and claim your healing once that is done. I'm healed, I'm whole. There's nothing holding me back any longer. That's resistance. Did you hear that? That was resistance. So when you are saying that, when you're saying the words, I am healed, if you feel like you need to clear from your throat, let it come up from your heart, because your heart knows. Your heart is never going to lie to you. And this is the seat of your soul, right here in the high heart. So if you start feeling something there that's a resistance, ask the angels to help you release that. Just release it. You're so powerful in your mind. Remember in the blog, it was talking about how the conscious mind is just the tip of the iceberg. We have so much more underneath. We have the subconscious and the unconscious. And all of that is holding our truth. It's holding everything that we know to be true. So if your conscious mind is putting up resistance and the ego thought is, oh, you can't heal this way, this isn't real, just go lower, go into your subconscious and say, yes, it is real. This is the only truth. Only love is real and love heals. So yay, Suzanne, I'm healed. Kathleen, I'm totally healthy and my entire body is comfortable. And Sally says, yes, ma'am, that's where it's at, just along the clavicle. Let it release, let it come all the way up and out. And Sally, I know that you are a Reiki master. I don't know if you're familiar with this particular symbol for Reiki. This is part of the Karuna Ki Reiki symbols, but start at the base of the spine, do the chokure at the base of the spine, and then follow the energy up through the spine, and then let it release out wherever it's going to go. And this is one of the activation symbols that I use when I attune somebody to Karuna Ki Reiki. So let it rise up and out. And let's give some gratitude. I know we went a little over, but let's just do the 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so much. Thank you for healing today. Thank you that Divine Mother has held each one of us while we did our healing. Thank you for Jesus for being with us every day, every time we come together. Thank you, Christina. So much love to you. I hope you have a beautiful day. And he says, I literally asked the angels to take out of me what I was holding back, and I felt it leave my mind. Beautiful. Leo, it is time for Lizos to take us out of here. So let me go grab him on YouTube. And you all have a beautiful day. Whatever's going on in your world, just give gratitude. It's Thankful Tuesday. And hopefully I'll see some of you at 5 o'clock today. I'm dead.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. One on the peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Waiting on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always more space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of joy. Cup of joy. Full of joy, give me a cup. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy, give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy.
Ooh, thank you, Leo. And I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day, or your afternoon or night, wherever you are. I love you so much. Stay in your hearts. Stay blessed. Keep receiving that love into your body and telling it, I am healed. Because you are. I love you. Namaste, y'all. I'll see you at 5 o'clock today, Eastern Time. I'll be on with the Peapod podcast, and I'm hoping that you can join in.